I got him this tie so he could also work with me.
Yeah.
You know,
You got to be
you
professional.
have to be a professional manager.
He's your agent.
He is my agent.
Okay. So this is Gregg. Gregg's a cool guy. He's a strong man. Okay. Tell me your backstory as an athlete, bowler, and now strongman, just as quick as you can.
Oh boy. I mean, I the quintessential high school story, you know, or middle school. Every boy plays football. I played football. I tried to run cross country for 1 year. That was a mistake. Nobody told me what cross country was.
No way. So you
yeah.
just like showed up.
Yeah, no, I just have this habit of just showing up for things and trying them. So, and my mom told me I wasn't allowed to quit.
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah, so I remember my coach in 6th grade told me he was going to time me with a calendar and not a clock. And yeah, so that was a mistake. I did that 1 year. I swam.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed that, and I hurt myself more in swimming than anything.
Really?
I wasn't very good at it.
Yeah.
I played football. The only thing I did in football was block a punt with my punt with my face.
Oh.
Other than that, I was a pretty crappy football player.
Yeah.
And I bowled, and I was mediocre at that. I was good enough to get a scholarship out of it. And then, like everybody's story I've ever heard, I quit doing athletics, and I quit training, and I quit working out, and I quit all of that in college because I was more worried about girls and, you know, drinking. Sorry, Mom. And, you know, not just the college student stuff.
Yeah.
And I gained weight through my 20s, and I came back to the gym to lose weight, and mainly because it was a challenge by my coworkers and my peers, and sometimes that's the best pressure you can get.
Oh yeah.
And I fell in love with strongman the minute I started doing it, and here we are.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly how I was. I was really bad at every sport I did. I was horrible at football, and then I did the same thing. I just stopped training, and then I started doing strongman, and it was exactly like that. I fell in love, and then I was like, okay, this is something that I can be good at eventually. It's definitely.
It's definitely, you know, it's the community, that is the best part of it. And I think like it's so full of misfits that you just feel at home somewhere. Like everyone in strength sports, whether it's powerlifting, strongman, even Olympic lifting, you just fit in no matter who you are. So
yeah. It's definitely something that I've noticed, especially doing Squat Talk, like the amount of people's story that I've heard. I'm like, whoa, this is like literally what it is.
Yeah.
Just like a bunch of misfits hanging out. How many times have you competed, and what has been your most exciting competition to date?
I have no idea how many times I've competed.
Yeah.
Like probably 20 to 30, maybe.
Dang.
My first 2 years, I just knocked them out. I think I did like 8 or 10 within 24
Whoa.
months. You know, just because I was new and I wanted the experience. I would not recommend doing it.
Yeah.
Now, knowing what I know now. My most exciting, I went to the Arnold.
Yeah.
That was exciting, and I had a great time with it, but I still think the best show, my best performance was at the Europa in 2018. I went into that show with no expectations, and I believe I was not, I wasn't the best amateur because I didn't get my pro card, unfortunately. I missed it by like half a point or something.
Really?
But I was the second best, and I was just like, holy cow, I'm actually kind of good at this.
Yeah.
That was kind of the point where I realized that I was, you know, I had come so far. I had done so much to achieve a fairly high level, at least in the amateur ranks.
Yeah.
You know, that was the 700-pound Conan's wheel.
Oh yeah.
And all of us got like 2.5 turns or something like that. We all just like died.
Man.
Afterwards. And then we deadlifted 600 for reps.
So it was like Conan's wheel and then
deadlift. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was log, Conan's wheel, deadlift. And thanks Scott Brockelman for that order. It was a great show. I had a great time. It was 5 events. I did them in like 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it because it was like smaller? Like there wasn't a lot of.
It was a pro-am. It was all 231s. I got to compete against or with some of the the best.
Yeah.
Anthony Furman was there, Terry Rady was there.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously those guys, you know, it was still fun to compete with them though. I beat one of them. I'm not going to say who.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I beat one, and so that was a great moment.
Yeah.
That was a great time.
Yeah. Okay, top 5 Bonk energy soda flavors.
Ooh.
They're going to sue me.
Lick'em lemonade. That's going to be one. Let's see. Lick'em lemonade. Grandma's cherry pie. I don't know. Dumbbell grape. And let's go with 4.
Yeah.
What's a great flavor? Like a Mountain Dew ripoff. Because Mountain Dew's, you know, one of the fun ones to make fun of. I can't think of a good one. Lemon lime. Come on, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something lemon lime.
Something stupid. Yeah, I'll think of it later and text you.
Okay, now what are your favorite Bang energy flavors?
Blackberry vanilla is like the king of energy drinks.
Yeah.
There's nothing better, and I'll fight anyone that disagrees. And I do like the rain rather. What is that? It's the peach one. The peach one's
yeah, I
pretty
think
good.
I've tried the peach one.
Yeah. Emoji butt peach.
But emoji peach.
Butt emoji peach.
That's a good flavor.
That's the, was it bonk?
Yeah,
the bonk energy.
Yeah.
That's my favorite bonk energy flavor.
So you tore your bicep and then grinded through recovery and now competitive again. Do you think resilience is something that is bred, or do you think
I think it's a learned trait.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my entire life has been resiliency.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one of those things like, I just kind of adapted to most of my surroundings that I've ever been given. And so I remember freaking out after tearing my bicep for about 24 hours. And not necessarily about strongman, just about life in general. And then it was just, after that 24 hours, it was just like, okay, what do I have to do to survive this?
Yeah.
And what do I have to do to get through it? And I generally stuck to that plan that I put together. You know, it was going to be focused on recovery, try not to stop coming to the gym. So I would just come in here and hang out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just to keep my routine. And I think that was the most important. And then having a group of people around me that was very supportive and understanding, that was probably the biggest help. That I had
I can imagine. And that's one of the cool things about strongman or just strength sports.
Right.
Like, the community is so tight knit. And whatever gym you're at, they're there, hang out with you and make you realize, like,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I meet people all the time. Not all the time, but, you know, monthly it seems like I meet somebody new that's starting competing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's been injured, or, you know, I've had several people reach out to me after the fact that have hurt themselves or mainly tearing a bicep.
Really? Is it like competitors or is it?
Yeah. It's mainly competitors that, you know that I have or, you know, they've reached out and just asked how recovery was, how surgery was, that sort of thing.
So as far as surgery, how long does it take to really recover from that?
You know, it's what the doctor tells you and then what actually happens are obviously two very different, especially when you're an idiot. Which I wasn't the smartest. I had one pretty good scare where I was trying too much at one time, but I think it took 8 weeks here.
Oh yeah.
And then each week after like week 4, my arm got to move out a little bit more. And then after that, once you get straight, you could generally do anything that wasn't painful or limiting.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was like, you know, a 5-pound dumbbell.
Yeah.
And even doing it a couple times, because I had really pretty severe atrophy, but even doing that after a couple times, I would have to stop because it would just wear you out.
Man.
So.
Yeah, and I feel like that's one of those things where it could get to your head because you went from being like really strong to not that you're weak, but for some people it could be if you're not ready to go through that.
I mean, I definitely had some dark days where I wondered if I would ever come back to it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's still a struggle now. Anytime I feel my arm pull, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
We have to stop.
Stop.
So, But you move through it if you want to, and you try not to let stuff like that change your trajectory.
Yeah. So. Especially when you're thinking about long term, like you have a while.
Right. Yeah. It's a year.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a solid 8 months to a year to recover from something like that. Generally.
Yeah.
And that's still competing. You're just not to your full expectations.
Yeah.
So.
How long have you and Tina been together, and do y'all train together pretty often?
We do train together. We've been together for over a year now. We train in here pretty frequently.
Yeah.
I do her programming.
Okay.
She is she's a good athlete because she doesn't ask a lot of dumb questions.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So it's hard. That's definitely tricky, trying to be in a relationship with someone, date them, be engaged to them, and have them do the same sport. That can be pretty tricky. But she's a great partner.
Yeah.
So she really knows limitations. I know limitations. So I can't say everything to her that I would say to someone else.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Okay. How important is having a good group of supportive, strong people around you? And tell me just about Arlington Strength's culture.
So the culture here is ever evolving, but it's always the best it can be. Because we do have a small revolving door, although people stick here for a long time. And I feel like these are some of the best friends you could ever have. Most of them would do anything they could to help you, whether it's in the gym or outside of the gym. A lot of us who have been here for several years now have, been through the worst and the best times of each other's lives. So it is very much a family in that respect. So it's paramount. I really feel bad for the people that do have to train in their garage gym. I hope they make, friends that support them through it, because you can't truly do this alone. Or there's very few people that could truly do this alone.
Yeah, I know I've met a few people who train, or even like 24, who train at 24 LA Fitness. Right. That's like,
it's hard.
Oh yeah, especially if you want to be really competitive, because the people there are not driven like you as somebody who wants to compete is.
Well, and even if you're not going to be a competitive athlete, you should go to an environment that is a smaller business, because you're going to meet people that are like-minded, and you may find that competitive streak in you.
Yeah.
I think this place has really turned people that never thought they'd ever be competitive in anything. They've truly become competitors inside and out because they stepped inside the doors here.
Oh yeah.
I think you don't have to be a competitive person to enjoy strength training.
Oh no, not at all.
But I think literally every human in the world should be doing some type of strength training.
No, I agree. Yes, I will definitely
find an environment that is conducive to your goal and go do it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to hit points in that journey where you're like, I don't want to go to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
And at least the people are going to be cool as shit. And you're going to joke around and, tell dick jokes and have a good time. And that'll make it a little bit easier.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you. Yeah. That's it.
Cool.
All right.
Hey friends, if you enjoyed this episode of Squat Talk, definitely leave a like, comment, tag some friends. Let me know if you have anyone you want to be on it. But also, you can go support me on Patreon if you're interested. There's some cool features, things that I'm trying to do. So definitely go check out my Patreon.